Peachtree City is one of the best suburbs of Atlanta, and it's about 30 minutes south of Atlanta. The cost of living here is a little higher than the average suburb of Atlanta, so let's break down how much you can expect to pay monthly when living here so you can decide if it's the right city for you. In addition to things like property taxes and gas and groceries and utilities, we'll also take a look at what a monthly mortgage looks like when you own a home in Peachtree City so you can figure out how much the monthly expenses are here in Peachtree City. What's up, y'all? My name is Victor with Atlanta Suburban Living, and we put out videos every week about what it's like to live in Atlanta and the suburbs around Atlanta. One of the most significant factors of living anywhere, including Peachtree City, is how much gas costs. So right now we're seeing that gas is about $3, maybe $3.10, bouncing in between there in Peachtree City. And then you're certainly going to be car dependent in Peachtree City. This is not a city where you're going to be walking to the grocery store. That would be a very long walk. So certainly owning a vehicle in this city is important. And then when it comes to groceries, there is a whole range of different kinds of grocery stores that you can find here. You can find the less expensive Aldi and Lidl and these kinds of grocery stores that are my favorite. You can also find like the middle of the road Publix and grocery stores. And then also things like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's are also here in Peachtree City. And so which one of these grocery stores you go to is certainly going to be one of the biggest factors for how much your monthly grocery bill is. For my family of four, we typically spend between $150 and $200 a week on groceries. And then when it comes to utilities here, you're looking at things like the electric bill, water bill, natural gas is a big one. I'd say about half of the homes in Peachtree City have natural gas. And so things like the furnace and the stove will run off of natural gas. And whether or not you have that natural gas or if the furnace and stove use electricity, this affects your electric bill. So if you don't have natural gas, you can expect an electric bill of between $100 and $200 per month for an average sized home in Peachtree City. If you do have natural gas in the home, then in the summertime, the electric bill is about $200 per month. And then the natural gas is super low, like maybe $50 a month. And then in the winter time, when the furnace is using that natural gas, the natural gas bill goes up to about $200, but the electric bill goes down to about $50. Typical water bill here, I imagine it depends on how much you use the water, but somewhere between $35 and $75. I think $50 is pretty typical for the water bill. And then internet, I have AT&T is one of the internet providers here. Also Comcast or Xfinity, same company. They're also one of the internet providers here. And so for 300 megabyte download speed for fiber internet, I pay about $65 per month. Now, not all of the homes have access to fiber internet. So if there isn't fiber internet, then it's like cable internet and you're looking at like 8 megabyte download speed. So it's not great, but at least it's not like dial up. It's certainly doable for like using the internet, email, surfing the web. You can certainly do that. It's not like you were way far out in the country where we don't have internet. So I'm not sure how much that 8 megabyte download speed is from AT&T. I imagine it's no more than $50 a month. And then property taxes is another big one when it comes to your monthly expenses here in Peachtree City. If you're thinking about buying a home in Peachtree City or you just have any questions about what it's like to live here, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. Thank you so much to everybody who has reached out. I'm always happy to help, even if you just have a question about what it's like to live in Peachtree City. But for property taxes, you can typically assume about 1% to 1.05% of the value of the home. So for the average priced home in Peachtree City of about $650,000, you're typically looking at about $7,000 a year for the property tax bill. So let's break down a monthly mortgage, what that looks like for a typical $650,000 home in Peachtree City. With a 5% down payment on a $650,000 home, that's a down payment of $32,500. If you had an interest rate of the average 6.5%, your monthly mortgage payment, including PMI, taxes, and insurance would be $4,869. Remember that if you are using a down payment that's less than 20%, most lenders are going to require PMI. This is private mortgage insurance. This is just kind of the way that they insure your mortgage because you're using less than 20%. And then you're also going to have taxes and property insurance rolled into your mortgage. So you pay the mortgage company per month for those things. Then at the end of the year, the mortgage company just submits your property tax payment to the county, and or your home insurance. They pay for that for you at the end of the year because you've been paying into that each month. Alternatively, if you're putting a 20% down payment on a $650,000 home, that down payment is $130,000. Your interest rate, let's just assume, is the same, 6.5%. You would not have PMI, but including taxes and insurance, then with a 20% down payment, your monthly mortgage payment goes down to $3,995. Peachtree City is certainly not the least expensive suburb to live in all of Metro Atlanta, but it is one of the best suburbs. You have excellent schools here, excellent community, very safe, low to no crime in Peachtree City. It's in Fayette County, and so Fayette County is known for being one of the best in all of Metro Atlanta. It's also very close to the Atlanta airport, and so very often people who work at the airport or who regularly need to access the airport and get to the airport, they choose cities like Peachtree City, or just north of it is Fayetteville. These cities are so close to the airport, it makes it very convenient, but it's definitely one of the best suburbs, and so it comes with a bit of a higher price tag, and the quality of life there in Peachtree City is excellent, which brings so many people to the city every year. To give you an idea of just how far your dollar goes in Peachtree City, let's talk about some of the homes that are currently for sale here and what they look like. Currently for sale in Peachtree City, 105 St. Albans Way is a 4-bed, 3-bath home, about 2,600 square feet. They're asking $625,000, built in 2002 on 0.25 acres. Another one in Peachtree City is 722 Giddings Avenue. It's also a 4-bed, 4-bath home, again about 2,600 square feet. They're asking $615,000. It was built in 2014, and it's on about 1/10 of an acre. Also, 133 Vivian Lane is a 5-bed, 4-bath home, 3,100 square feet, $675,000, just recently built in 2021, also on about 1/10 of an acre. Certainly a lot of great things going for this city, but there are also some downsides to living in Peachtree City. Any area is going to have good and bad of living there, and if you're thinking about moving to an area, it's important for you to know the downsides of living there as well. So we don't want to just gloss over the bad things and only talk about the good things of living there. You want to make sure that you have a balanced view of any area where you're considering relocating to. So it's important to know about the pros and the cons of living in Peachtree City. In fact, I've made an entire video going over the pros and cons of Peachtree City. You can check it out right here. I'll see you in the next one.